James Lupton for Pro Boxing Fans. Delighted to join today on Zoom with Taylah Robertson. Taylah, how you doing?
Yeah, good, thank you.
Good stuff. How's lockdown been for yourself over there in Australia?
It hasn't actually been too bad because I've been in all the areas I've been in. It's been quite scenic, so I've been able to get out of the house quite a bit by the beach and in the country and stuff. So not too bad.
How you finding training? Have you still been able to train, get in the gyms?
Yeah, I haven't been getting to gyms, but I've had my own setup of like running and hill sprints, and I've had my own sort of home gym setup where I've been able to work a little bit on my boxing and strength work.
Nice. Tell us a little bit about your journeys. How did you start boxing? Why did you get into boxing?
I was actually like 11 years old, I think, and I saw signs for it out the front of a gym on my way home from school, and then decided following weeks to get off and give it a go. I think the idea just appealed to me because I was a little tomboy.
And when you started in the gym, when did you realise that you was good at it, and why did you stick to it?
Um, so after I started becoming like addicted to the training like side of it, I was always rocking up every single day, and then the coach realized how dedicated I was and how much I was enjoying it. He asked if I wanted to spar some of the young boys before their first fights. And when I started sparring all like the younger boys, and I realized I was actually recently good at it, relatively good at it, then they sort of brought up to me whether I'd like to have a fight or an exhibition or something. And then it just kept sort of dominoing effect from there, where I got more and more addictive. I'd train morning and night, and then just fell in love with the sport.
So over here in the UK, we've got a lot of young girls starting boxing because of Katie Taylors and Nicola Adams. When you was growing up,
Yeah.
was there anybody that you looked up to in terms of women's boxing?
Um, I'd say when I was younger, Shelley Watts was going to the Olympics for Australia, and I used to look up to her as a junior fighter. Yeah, she was going to the Olympics, and I, as a junior, went on a couple of training camps with her, and she was a pretty big role model for Australia, I guess, making the Olympics as a female.
And since you've obviously evolved in the sport through your amateurs and now you've turned pro, have you seen the change and the evolving in the women's sport?
Yeah, like as in the women in the sport.
Yeah, so not only the quality but the quantity as well. There seems to be more and more good female boxers and then getting more limelight now.
Yeah, there's so many more boxers now. Go back like a few years ago, when we'd struggle to get fights. We'd have to go up 2 weight divisions and try to get matches. And now there's just so many females out there. It's really good. It's really good. Even on the social media, I see so many girls turning pro, going amateur, and the divisions are packed now. So it's really good.
What was that like? Obviously, you're saying that you found it difficult to be matched, and obviously at a young age as well. Was that frustrating for yourself to have to keep fluctuating between divisions?
Yeah, I used to, as a young girl, have exhibitions with boys, or I'd go up almost 20 kilos in weight to try to get a fight. I never had an even fight or exhibition until probably 11 fights in. So it was really struggle, and there was a lot of tournaments we'd rock up to, and we just wouldn't get a fight. It was very frustrating.
What's that like? Because obviously, you're at a young age at that point. How easy is it for somebody who's not getting fights to go, do you know what? This isn't for me. I can't be bothered no more.
So easy. I remember every week, like, it was getting to the point where I'd rock up to the weigh-ins, and there was so many I don't know, kids or like all different weight divisions there. Everyone would rock up to weigh in, and when there was no one on the board in my weight or in my age division or that was female, I'd just start looking around at people who were the same size as me. I'll be like, I'll just get in with them. It was frustrating.
And talk about your achievements as an amateur. I believe you medalled at the Commonwealth Games, things like that. Talk to us about your achievements there.
So as a junior, I won my first Australian title, and then I continued to win 5 more Australian titles after that as a youth and elite, and then I qualified for the Commonwealth Games. And then I happened to win a bronze there, and then I went on to go to many international tournaments. I fought all over the world for 3 years, I'd say, and many, like, all different around USA, lots of Europe, Indonesia, Pacific, and managed to get a heap of medals internationally at all different events, like the Boxam Cup in Spain. I got gold. The Ahmet Comet in Turkey, I got bronze. In Indonesia, I got a bronze, and then managed to qualify for the World Championships in Russia in October, and went out in the first round to a really good opponent from Ireland. Yeah.
And talk to us, obviously, you're now pro, 1-0 knockout. You signed with MTK. How did that deal come
Yeah.
up? And the one out of MTK?
It came through Mike. He's a manager for MTK. I met with him, and him and Shara, my coach, we had a meeting, and then Mike sort of filled me in on all this and thinks that I could be a good face for female boxing in Australia, and then to branch out globally hopefully over in the UK sometime soon, or Dubai. Thinks the pro game would be a strong suit for me, and then I decided to sign up with him, and then from there booked in my first fight for February this year.
Obviously, he sold it to you as being the face of Australian female boxing. How much did that appeal to you?
It appealed to me a lot because in the amateurs, when we were fighting overseas, the competition was so hard, and then coming back to Australia, it was just never quite on the same level. And I feel like in the female professional boxing in Australia, we really needed to bring the level of boxing internationally back over and, like, start building it up. And I feel like that technically I love to box. Like, I don't like to brawl. I don't like to wrestle. I love to do the art of boxing in the ring. And I feel like I'm going to be someone that really brings that entertainment into the professionals of actually being a neat, clean boxer.
What's boxing like at the moment in Australia? Obviously, we had the Costa Zoos previously, and then it sort of went a bit quiet, and now we've got the Maloney twins on the world level. We've got Jeff Ford.
Yeah.
You know, what's it like now? Is there a buzz of boxing in Australia?
Yeah, there is. And there's a lot of really good pros. Like, even George Kambosos, he's coining quite a statement. We had Daniel Lewis just go overseas. I feel like boxing Australia for the professionals right now is at a really, really good hype, especially in the male divisions, like with the Maloneys as well, that they're killing it. There's actually a lot of Australian boxers that I'm looking at, professional boxers that I'm looking up to at the moment, who are paving a nice pathway for the rest of us.
Absolutely. And in terms of, obviously, we mentioned earlier, Katie Taylor, Nicola Adams, paved way in for the UK young girls. Obviously, there's Cecilia Brackhouse. Those names and those, over here, I'd say, as a boxing fan, the household female boxing names. Are they big over in Australia? Are they well known, or is it again for the boxing?
Yeah. So my idols were those girls. It was Katie Taylor and Nicola Adams. I always looked up to them. I mean, Nicola Adams winning 2 Olympic gold medals is insane, and that was in my weight division before. I was too young at the time, but I also look up to her more than any Australian boxers. And Katie Taylor, as a professional as well, is a machine. Like, I idolize her. I study her videos. I think she's awesome. Yeah.
So what is it about those two? Is it just, like you say, the fact of her, you say Katie Taylor's a machine, Nicola Adams, her achievements as an amateur are unbelievable?
I think Nicola Adams' achievements just speak for themselves. Being on the amateur scene for so long, I know how hard it is to be an Olympian, let alone winning a gold medal. And then to do that twice, I feel like those achievements just speak for themselves. Like, you can never sort of downgrade any of her achievements there. They're all so great. And then Katie Taylor, she's just, like, fights like a man. Like, her power, her speed, and her aggressiveness in the ring is so great.
And for yourself, where do you see yourself? I mean, one of those you mentioned, stoppage win. Let's say 12 months' time, where do you see yourself? And How long before you're on that sort of level on the world scene?
I'm taking one step at a time now with my management. I'm letting them guide my pathway for me because they know what they're doing. But I'm hoping to have an Australian title under my belt and then start branching globally to get my name out there.
And how much of a help have MTK been for you so far, and how far can they take you?
They can definitely take me all the way, but they've been a great help so far. They're in constant contact with me. They're helping picking my opponents and pretty much guiding my career to where it needs to be to get me to the top. So I have 100% faith in them and trust in them. So yeah.
Obviously, MTK have got some big names. Tyson Fury, Billy Joe Saunders. Does the fact that you're by them as well, does that help you as well in the sense of one on where you want to get to, but also does it help at all with sponsorships and things like that, getting your name out there?
Yeah. MTK promote all their fighters really well. They post up all of us on all their forums. They contact us after our fights. They're a really good management. And I'm really proud to be a part of the MTK crew. So.
Absolutely. And very finally, before I let you go, Taylah, obviously we see boxing is back today, obviously American time, with Top Rank. Shakur Stevenson's back. When can we expect to see yourself? Have you had any talks, any dates in Australia? When will boxing be back in Australia?
I messaged my manager, Mike, and he said hopefully September. So fingers crossed the restrictions are lifted over here and we can get something happening.
Absolutely. Well, we wish you all the best of luck for in the future, Taylah. Thank you for your time this one.
Thank you.
Talk to pro boxing fans.
Thanks. Bye.